Hello. In this video, I want to show you how you can make some different adjustments to the brightness and contrast to only certain parts of your photo. So for example, looking at my image that I have here, what if I want to make I just want to isolate these areas, make some areas a little bit more darker, a little bit more brighter. To do this, what we're going to be using are different tools that are under, these are older Photoshop tools, the Dodge tool and the Burn tool. And these really relate to the traditional photography. When you used to work in a dark room with an enlarger where you're applying less light, the Dodge tool, so that an area could be brighter, or the Burn tool, which is making a part of your image darker. So I want to go over these two different tools and see how we could use them. But in order to use them, we actually need to have a layer. Previously, I created these two layers right here. Let me hide these two layer adjustments that we have. My edits and edits 2. And these two different layers have information of different changes that I made. What I want to do, I'm going to click on one and then hold down Shift and click on the other one. I have them right next to each other. If they're not next to each other, you can click on one, hold down Command on a Mac or Control on a PC, and just select the next one. What we want to do, I want to show you how we could merge these two on a separate layer. A separate layer simply so that we don't lose our edits. I'm going to hold down on a Mac, hold down Option, on a PC, hold down Alt. And now right mouse click on this layer on the right hand side right here, and we're going to select merge layers. Make sure that you're still holding down, press and holding down Option on a Mac or Alt on a PC. I'm going to click merge layers. Now I can let go of that key, Alt or Option, and you can see that my changes, the layers that I had selected have been copied onto one layer. So now I have all of my changes onto another layer. I do this so that you could see the different changes. And what I want you to do, make sure that this layer has been changed. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call this Dodge slash Burn, because we're going to go over these two tools. Now, right now, I have the Dodge tool, which is O on your keyboard. And in the option bars, you have a range. You could focus on the shadows, midtones, and highlights. Since this is the Dodge tool, that means that we're able to make areas brighter. Say, for example, I have all these lights here. I want to make these brighter. I'm going to make my brush a little bit, just about a little bit larger than the size, and I'm just going to click. And you can see how it's making it a little bit brighter. I'm going to make this a little bit larger. I'm I'm trying to give it like an artificial glow, like those lights are. I'm going to zoom in, Command or Control minus, or plus, sorry. So I'm trying to make these a little bit brighter. So I could go around all my lights right here. This is one way that you could use this tool to make these lights stand out. Like I can even go over here. Like you see all this, like the reflection of the sun. Maybe go through over here, make that brighter. Make these brighter. Make my brush larger to be able to work on that one. There's more lights over here. So you can see how this tool, this is one way of being able to use this tool. Looking at my image, if there's anywhere that I want to make it a little bit brighter, let's see, I'm still in the highlights. What if I want the lettering right here to be a little bit brighter? Now this is affecting all the areas. So okay, we'll keep it like that. Let me try it. Undo. Let's see. Would this be the shadows? No, it's making those a little bit lighter. Don't want that. So I guess it would be the highlights. Now, it's not just affecting the white; it's affecting the entire thing. So we'll leave it like that. Let's see what we could do next. So this is changing the highlights. This is using the dodge tool. It's making things brighter. Now, what if you want to make things darker? That's the burn tool. This is equivalent to applying more light onto your image, onto your photo paper. Say, for example, we have this area right here, and I want this to be darker. Uh, if I just apply it as so, you can see how it's, I should mention that I'm working on the shadows. And as I go over it, it's affecting it. I'm going to undo just a bit. What you could also do, I'm going to use a polygon lasso tool, and I'm just going to make a selection around it. And by making a selection around this, I'm able to isolate the area specifically when using the burn tool to only be affected within this area. So I'm going to go through the branches right here. I'm going to go again, and you see how I'm able to make this one darker. I'm going to press Command D, deselect. So we made that one darker. Now let's go back to this one. We could use if I want to, could use my lasso tool to make a selection so that I don't go over. Use my burn tool. Command D, look at that. I'm able to make those brighter. Let's zoom out. Let's look at the before and after because I put everything on this new separate layer. Look at that. Pretty cool. Now I could go about doing it other places. I want to remind you that these still work with the different layer adjustments. So if I bring back my curves, see it makes that really pop out more. If I bring back my hue and saturation, that changes it. Let's see my vibrance. Ooh, it's a little bit too oversaturated there. Let's see, let me bring back my color balance. There we go. I can even use my black and white. So now it's a combination of, I have my different tools that I'm using to create this image. It's all a matter of what you want to. Don't think of this as what does Aldo want. Think of what you want to portray within your own image. All right. In the next image, or I'm sorry, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to save your files for submission. So see you there.